Hey Kafka enthusiasts, welcome to day 14 of our Kafka interview learning series. If you've ever wondered how Kafka scales consumers, ensures parallel processing, and manages fault tolerance, today's topic is for you. Let's break down the concept of Kafka consumer groups in a way that sticks. By the end, you'll not only understand it, you'll know how to explain it in interviews. First, a quick recap. In Kafka, producers send messages to topics, consumers read those messages. But what happens when you want to process messages in parallel? You have multiple services reading the same topic? You want to balance load automatically? That's where consumer groups come in. So, what is a consumer group? A Kafka consumer group is a collection of consumers that work together to consume data from a Kafka topic. Each message is read by only one consumer in the group, but different consumer groups can independently consume the same data. Let's use a real-world analogy. Imagine a pizza shop receives 100 orders every hour. They want to fulfill these orders quickly. Option 1, one chef, consumer, prepares all 100, slow. Option 2, a team of 5 chefs, consumer group, shares the load, fast and efficient. Each chef takes a portion of the orders, partitions, and the work is done in parallel. That's exactly how Kafka consumer groups work. How it works under the hood. Let's say we have a topic named orders. It has 4 partitions, a consumer group named order processor group with 2 consumers. Here's what happens. Kafka assigns 2 partitions to each consumer. Messages from partition 0 and 1 go to consumer A. Messages from partition 2 and 3 go to consumer B. Each consumer reads independently, but together they cover the full topic. This is called parallel consumption. What happens if a consumer crashes? Kafka has built-in fault tolerance. If consumer B crashes, Kafka will automatically reassign its partitions to consumer A. No data is lost. Only one consumer processes each partition at a time. When consumer B comes back, Kafka may reassign partitions to balance the load. This is called consumer rebalancing, and it's part of Kafka's magic. What if you have more consumers than partitions? Kafka doesn't allow more consumers than partitions in a single group to be active at once. So if you have 3 partitions, 5 consumers in one group, only 3 consumers will be assigned work. The remaining 2 will remain idle. Tip for interviews. Kafka consumer groups scale up to the number of partitions. Multiple consumer groups. Multiple independent streams. Let's say you have 2 systems, one for real-time analytics, another for fraud detection. Both want to read from the same topic payments. Kafka allows this easily. Each system creates its own consumer group. Kafka treats them as separate. Each group gets all the messages independently. This is how decoupled architectures are built with Kafka. Offset tracking per group. Each consumer group tracks offsets independently. That means Group A may be at offset 200, Group B might still be at offset 50. This is powerful. It gives every group its own timeline to process data at its own speed. When to use consumer groups? When you want to scale message processing across multiple instances, when building microservices that act independently, when building resilient systems that can handle node failures, when you need load balancing and parallelism. Interview tip. If asked, how does Kafka scale consumers? Answer. Kafka uses consumer groups. A group of consumers shares the partitions of a topic. Kafka ensures that each partition is assigned to only one consumer in the group at a time. This enables load balancing, parallel consumption, and fault tolerance. Summary. A Kafka consumer group is a set of consumers working together. Messages are distributed, so each partition is read by only one consumer in the group. Kafka handles rebalancing and failover. Multiple groups can independently read the same data, ideal for scaling, resilience, and microservice architectures.